Now, when I'm mixing or I get some tracks together and I'm trying to mix something up, if it's going to take a while and I'm sitting around, I want to make sure that I know where everything's at. And it's important for you to know at a glance. You should look at something at a glance and say, that's out of place. It's a habit you got to get a hold of to be able to understand that something's missing or something's not right in this mix, something's happening wrong, or where are the tracks at. And the best way to do that in this new system that Pro Tools provided for is this color scheme that you can set up. You can go here to Windows and get your color palette open there, right there, see? And we have our color palette right here. Now, we can do tracks, like in this case, tracks. I've got these tracks set up here, and I can change the color of the tracks that I have. Like my tracks here for the drums could be different. For these, particularly these, this group of drums. Let's go right here, for example, go back to here. We have colors here as well, see? I can click on here, and you'll see these colors appear right here for the drum group. I can always change the colors too as well. I can say, well, let's look this color here for it, and see what happened? That turned to that color. So do that. So if a track is selected, and I select the color for it, it'll change the color of that track. Let's undo that. Now I've got this drum group here. This is my drum group, and here I'm in groups now. I can change the group color. See that? Now the group color is red. So we can change the color of the groups also. And I want the groups right there. So I want the groups, that group is red. I can go to chorus, and I can say I want the chorus to be yellow. Well, no, now drums are yellow. See that? Because I'm not selected there. We're selected here, that's red. So that's selected. So you got to make sure where you're selected at. Make sure it's selected. I can't just grab this and say it's going to be red. I got to go to where the chorus is at. And when I see the chorus, it's right here. This is the chorus. And you can tell because, let's go right down to here, you can see it's green here. See it's green right there? And this is the chorus. Now I'm going to make my chorus yellow. And now it's yellow. But the track's yellow, not the group. So be aware of that. So let's undo that. Let's go back here. We want to make the group yellow. So go to groups, press yellow, and now the groups for the chorus are yellow. So we want to change these colors so we know where a specific track is at, or we know where the groups are. I have to keep my groups together, so I say, okay, that's the red group, no, that goes here, this goes here. It makes it much, much easier to actually work with your session. Now, the default setting for the color palette does not include markers. So we want to go back to Setup and go to Preferences. Here's our preference window, and the first option in Preferences is Display. We want to go to Color Coding, which is right here, and always display marker colors. Now click here, and I'll just press Enter for OK, return on your PC. And now I can use markers as well. But we can also do that here for tracks. See, that's the tracks. You can do the color coding for tracks, which you did already. So let me close this window, the side window here, and go to our Edit window. Here we are. Now, a lot of times I use colors when I want to make sure a certain section of a song has just one color. Like I might just want all these regions in this one section of the chorus to have one color, and all the regions in the bridge to have the color, and the verse to have a certain color. So I can see them and say, okay, here, 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 here. And so, as you can see, I have markers. See the markers now have colors? This is my marker. Move this marker out here. Marker 2 has a color. Marker 1 has a color. I can go to here and add a marker, plus sign, right there, put it in, and marker 3's got a color. Now I can say I'm going to go to my markers, and marker 3 has that color. I may want to make that color red. See that? Or this brown color. Or the green. Or a lighter blue. Or a darker blue. See that? You can change the color of the markers, so you know where each marker is at and what the color that marker would be. And if we want to get rid of that, we can go right back up to here, go to Preferences, say we don't need colors for markers, we go to here, we'll press Return, and as you can see, there's no colors for any of the markers. There are no colors there at all. Now, when I have a region section, say I have this region right here, I've got these pieces right here, and I want all of them to be the same color. Well, see, I clicked on them, now it says regions in tracks. So I can make, and see it has a different color, each one of these regions, right? I may just want them to have just one color. I don't want to be all just red. And I do that, and they're all red now. I know that this specific location, which is at location 3, my marker, this red area is an area, let's say I want to do something later on with. Well, I've marked that area red. Those regions are all red across all tracks. And it's something special I want to do there. And I know it is because I've made those regions all same color. So I'll do that and do that. There we go. Back to the normal, to where it was in the beginning. And so it's important to set these markers at times. You never know. Now, what I can also do is press this hold button down, and then I would select a color. Say this color, set the color first. All right, there's the hold button, right? Exactly. And now I can say I want to get this track, or this track, or the tracks. And now you'll see that I have the hold down, and then you'll see that this color I selected here has like a white outline to it, right? So I can select many tracks and hit this here, and they all become the same thing because the hold button's being held down. And now they all become the same track. That's when you want to have multiple items have the same color. Okay? And that's how we use our color palette. So it's important to get this ready before you start mixing. This is that color, this is this color, these are the verses, these are the chorus, just for yourself so you know you have these visual cues to tell you, okay, that's there, this, I understand what's going on.